Hello everyone and welcome to our final episode of Planting Seeds. I know it's hard to believe that we are already here and season 1 has finally been completed. And now that it's over, we invite you to join us in our journey of the past 8 months. That's right, tonight is our official flashback of 2016 episode with Planting Seeds.
Hi, good day. My name is Chanel 5, aka Mrs. Soapy.
Hello, Mrs. Soap.
Hello,
Hi,
Mrs. Soap.
hi, good day. I am the creator and founder of JDS Bath and Body Products. Well, my planting seeds experience was very interesting. I found that the way I entered the show was completely different to the person I am now. Whereas how I was before was more shy and timid, now I found myself being able to talk bravely in front of 4 panelists with 4 different personalities, whereas before speaking in front of people would have been a problem for me. So my planting seeds experience basically allowed me to tap into a side that I never was able to before. Through planting seeds, I've been able to get my packaging done. I've been able to also be connected with the right people in order to do my designs of my packaging. And now it's from idea to finished product. And receiving my packaging for the first time was such a heartwarming experience to me. Out of the 8 panelists that I faced, the most approachable would have definitely been Joe Perez. At the end, and he was like, "Come back and check me in 2 years." So I found that extremely funny, and I found he was very approachable, and he gave great feedback.
I think you have a fantastic product. Come back and see me in 2 years. I'll be here still.
Thank you. The Planting Seeds team was over hospitable. All hours of the night, they were texting me, making sure I got my stuff organized and ready, calling me on my phone, texting me. They went over and beyond. I really don't know how they did it, but they were successful and they impressed me a lot that I am now up all over hours of the night, making sure my orders are ready, making sure everything is on time. So, yes, kudos to Planting Seeds. Since the show, I've been receiving overwhelming feedback. My customer base has increased a lot, and now my products is on a shelf, which has been a huge milestone for me and my business partners. And now we are expanding our product line because of feedback and because of selling more of our products.
While entrepreneur Chanel Hills might not have gotten the investment that she had initially wanted, Planting Seeds was determined to see her succeed and help her get her product on the shelf. So next time you're in Starlight, check out her 100% local handmade soaps by JDS. Ronald Carter's career in financial services and investment management spans 20 years across the Caribbean and the United States. As CEO of JMMB Bank, he is known for his emphasis on service and unique approach to management.
Planting seeds is good for the economy for several reasons. One is that it fosters and really supports and develops innovation, which as a society is a really important key towards growing from a developing economy into a developed economy. Planting Seeds fosters, it gives an environment for which entrepreneurs can create new ideas, innovate, and really add to the productive element of the society.
You have a business that's up and running, and I think you have a lot of potential here. I am not sure that you do need to give up that much in equity.
Seriously, Ron?
Because here's why.
I understand. We're going with that talk. I was going to borrow the rest of the money from you.
You know,
I think it's also very critical in a very real way because it drives employment. You find that many of the entrepreneurs feed directly into the SME sector. And the SME is really, the small and medium-sized enterprise sector is really a key driver for employment in our economy. So developing and then increasing the number of SMEs that form part of our economy feed directly into economic development because it leads to greater jobs, it leads to greater spending and overall growth of the economy.
And from now on, whenever you go to the supermarket or wherever and you see Trini Weenie, remember everyone will be saying it's the best Weenie in Trini.
Points for marketing.
Spectacular. Spectacular.
My favorite entrepreneur who came on the show, I would have to say, would be Trini Weenie. She came on and at first and was not successful. And she went home, reworked her pitch, came back with a passion and a vengeance. And she was captivating in terms of personality, in terms of determination, and a really fantastic product. I was really impressed with the extent to which the sales side was thought out, the production side. She did her research, she ensured that she had the right food care, she had a clear plan around how she was going to take this to market, not trying to bite off too much, but a clear plan around creeping, then walking and getting into the market. And a really, really tremendous example of impact that planting seeds could have in terms of really bringing out those types of really passionate entrepreneurs who can really make a difference in the society.
Roxanne Omalu of Trini Weenie was a unique character who stood out to us from the very beginning. When our investors turned her down on her first round, telling her to focus more on manufacturing and distribution, she went home, did her homework, and came back with a vengeance. Eventually, she scored an investment that took her business to the next level.
Hi, my name is Roxanne Omalu and I'm here today to introduce you to Trini Weenie, the best Weenie in Trini. So you may ask yourself, what is Trini Weenie? Trini Weenie are gourmet hot dogs that I sat, thought about and came up. It's unique, healthy and most important, tasty to everyone. Why wonder what's in those red stuff in those bags? So they are ingredients that are very harmful to us if you do the reading, which I do when I go to the grocery. So I sat down and came up with my gourmet hot dogs. My hot dogs are made from vegetables, locally, as well as fishes. My veggie hot dogs are made from pumpkin, carrot, eggplant, and okra. And my fish franks are made from fish. So you don't have to worry if there's sodium nitrate in your vegetables or anything in your hot dog because our hot dogs are healthy. So you can still have a quick bite on the go, knowing that it's nutritional value at a certain level that we all want to intake. So which one of you would like to jump on board and be a part of this great and fun-filled venture with me? Because I know that Trini Weenie would be a household name in the entire country and by extending the Caribbean in a short time. And from now on, whenever you go to the supermarket or wherever and you see Trini Weenie, remember everyone will be saying it's the best Weenie in Trini.
Points for marketing.
Appearing on Planting Seed was great for Trini Weenie. We know that it's the beginning of a successful journey with a lot of different teaching process on its way, but Planting Seeds has to open up a lot of ways for us, a lot of doors, great doors I must say, where Trini Weenie is now a household name. Wherever we go, people would say, Trini Weenie, the best Weenie in Trini. We have gotten so much of good response because of the taste and the product that we are offering Trinidad and Tobago, and by extend the Caribbean. Our product is soon to be in local supermarkets as well as health food stores and even located at our headquarters, which is in Sandy Grande, where you can purchase. So Planting Seeds just didn't give us a proper evaluation or guidance into setting up a good business, but they also helped in opening distribution ways for us where people were able to know about our great product, to know that Trinidad and Tobago produces such a gourmet and healthy sausage, which a lot of people have been craving for because of the no MSG, no preservatives, no artificial flavoring, and most importantly, no sodium nitrate, which sausage have a stigma for.
I have an interested party who is willing to offer you $100,000 right now for a 25% equity stake in your company, and the potential for post-discussion for me to get the rest for you. Would you be interested in my offer?
So Reshma, I would like to thank you for the offer. I mean, I thought about it, and Trini Winnie is here to stay. And with people like yourself, Raquel, behind me, I know that we're going to grow faster than we think. So with that, I will take your offer of the 100,000 as well as Raquel, a potential customer of 300 hot dogs per day. Thank you, Reshma, again, and welcome to Trini Winnie. So we must thank Planting Seed and continue to thank them as we continue to build and grow through the exposure we have gotten appearing on this show, as well as I must continue to thank my investor for believing in Trini Winnie, and we have now set up our production department in Sani Grande fully operational with all our equipment in it. We have been working on getting our target volume to the supermarkets come December of this year and continuing 2017 and beyond. So Planting Seed has done so much for Trini Winnie, and I would continue to tell young entrepreneurs like myself, when you have a dream, go for it. And Planting Seeds has opened up a lot of different ways for Trini Winnie, has a lot of other different entrepreneurs who appeared on the show. And I must say thank you, Planting Seeds.
Mariya Daniel, partner at Ernst & Young, was pivotal in her support for Planting Seeds by heading up our workshops and providing invaluable insights on what was going on behind the deals that took place on the show.
Entrepreneurship is a key target for our global firm. And we have to ensure that we keep in contact with all the new businesses. There are businesses disrupting the economy every single day. So if we're not in touch with the new entrepreneurs, then we will be left behind. So when Stephanie and her crew walked into our doors, we loved the idea. We love giving back as well and using our business acumen to help young entrepreneurs. So Planting Seeds and the EY strategy was just a natural fit. So we were very happy to partake in Planting Seeds, and we look forward to the next season. Well, we all know what we're now feeling with the oil and gas sector. It's very important that there's diversification in the TT economy. That really has to come from the private sector. So with Planting Seeds, we can help the young, new ideas to grow into bigger businesses. So it's very important that we build an ecosystem where entrepreneurs can thrive, where their businesses can grow. So Planting Seeds is definitely one step forward in building that ecosystem. One, it gives the platform for the entrepreneurs to get business coaches. Two, it is an avenue for financing, which we're poorly lacking in Trinidad and Tobago. So Planting Seeds is our first step to getting our entrepreneurial ecosystem building. I definitely have my favorite moments. Of course, Trini Winnie always stands out. Her vibrancy, her belief in her product, the way she pitched. Definitely, I love seeing Trini Winnie. I love to feel her energy. I also like Bim and Bam with Janan. I like Ariel. Other moments that I enjoyed, I mean, there were one or two that did not get financing. I would have to say Kevin, who turned down the investors. That was one of my memorable moments. I thought he was brave and strong to take a stance and believe in his company.
My best and final offer is what I told you. $300,000 for 40% of the company. Well, I'm not willing to sell 40% of my company, but thank you very much for the offer.
You're very welcome, Kevin.
Kevin,
Good luck
you
to
very
you.
much.
good luck.
I know I'll be successful.
I'm sure you will be.
I know you will. And listen, everything always works out for the best.
Yes, it does.
Always.
Thank you
And
very
have no
much for the
fear.
opportunity.
Good luck, Kevin.
You'll be laughing at Joseph and I 3 years from now.
I'll be
saying,
laughing at all of you. Thank you very much.
Take care.
To take planting seeds to the next level, we really need more investors to come forward. This is a great opportunity for experienced business people to get involved, to give back, to help small companies grow their businesses. So next season, I would really like to see where we're picking and choosing the investors so that we can do better job at matchmaking the applicants and the pitch with the investor who really has something in common and can help that business grow. So next season, definitely, come on investors, come out, show your assistance, put your money where your mouth is, and let's help TNT grow together.
Hello, my name is Kalyan Bethel and I'm the founder of SCED. Right, I'm seeking $200,000 for 8% equity stake into my company. My planting seeds experience was great. I mean, first when I started, I wasn't sure what to expect. So I came in, not knowing how it would go. But after going through the entire process and even after the filming, I think that the planting seeds team really care about the businesses and they take time to understand your business, and I think that made it awesome. I mean, I think I got more out of the experience even outside of the investment from just the cash or just the investment. So the only offer I have right now is $200,000.
Or you have $200,000 at 25%.
Or 25%.
I'll match his offer.
You'll match his offer?
Yes, which is $200,000 for 20%. Is that it?
Yeah.
Being on set, I was real nervous at first. Being in front of a camera and the lights and all that. When I walked onto the set, I was pretty nervous. But after a while, talking to the investors and talking about my business, kind of loosened up and was less nervous. I mean, I was more interested in getting my point across at that point.
I mean, if you offered like 33%,
if
it would
I
have
offered
been
33%?
More attractive.
Okay.
Seeing that the business is not operational as yet, and we're just really...
Yeah, the 8%.
So when Sheldon made me the offer at 30%, I was excited, yes, but it was a little too much for me, the equity. So we went back and forth trying to determine a mutually beneficial amount, and kind of just came out. I kind of was satisfied with what we ended up with at the end. Yes, I'll take the offer. I'll take it from Sheldon. Yeah, so.
Oh, great.
All right.
We'll do some good business.
Excellent.
Well done.
JMB came on board with planting seeds because we saw the opportunity to develop entrepreneurship both in Trinidad and Tobago, and our partnership as a partnership with the JMB Group. The organization of planting seeds, the way it's been handled, the way it's been done, it's very much aligned actually with the way the JMB brand evolved as an entrepreneurial start, building a great business over the region.
I'm going to present to you the Smart Shower.
An app called the Study Buddy. Who is the best doubles vendor in Trinidad and Tobago?
Who exactly you want to sell this to?
A tourist shouldn't here take a wine and be expecting a bottle of yellowtail.
One of my favorite episodes has to have been the one with the youth. I think it was a great showcase of young talent and young creativity in Trinidad and Tobago. For me, the winning entrepreneur, her personality, I think, is what sold her plan, and quite often that's the case with a small business person. I would love to see that episode again, and it together with JMB Bank and the A+ account. I think it was a great opportunity to show what can be done by our youth here in Trinidad and Tobago.
I am Xena Groupie and I placed first on the Planting Seeds Junior Achievers episode to pitch my concept of a doubles app called Daily Doubles. Yes, I was a bit nervous, but then again, who isn't when you have to go on national television and share your vision of a new app to the entire country? Today I'm going to open my A+ savings account with JMMB to deposit my prize money and start saving up to finance all of my new and genius business ideas that I plan on pursuing as I get older. It's really important for kids like me to save, and with no monthly fees, free online banking for viewing my account, tele-access or telephone banking, and free quarterly statements, JMMB gives me an A+ start with an account that will grow with me. I can even earn interest on balances from as low as $25 while still being able to access funds. Thanks Planting Seeds and thanks JMMB for giving me this amazing experience, and watch out for big things from me, Xena Groupie.
We're here today at Very Exciting Things, specialists in branding any item for your business. Let's see what they can do for Planting Seeds. Welcome. Let's show you what we've got. Ooh, this is nice.
Oh, what about this one?
Like this one. Yeah. As for any business, it is important to choose items that fit your brand. The items you seek to represent your business should be tailored to your audience. Yeah! Now that we've chosen our items, let's get them printed. Thanks to Very Exciting Things, we have the perfect items to market Planting Seeds.
Here at Very Exciting Things, we strive to be simply the best. And when we were presented with the opportunity to be a part of a venture that helps entrepreneurs or striving entrepreneurs be their best, we thought it was a no-brainer.
Planting Seeds experience was a great one. I learned a lot and I was able to network and gain more information to be able to carry on with my business. I encourage any new entrepreneur to be able to take up this opportunity and just learn, network and grow and experience.
Just throw in something. So I like you. I think you're gonna do good. I'm just trying to pair you all together. That's all it is.
I actually ended up getting an offer. However, I turned it down, and it's because the investor, he wanted over 40% in my company, and at the same point I was thinking, if I have other shareholders, which I do, that means the investment, that means all our shares will actually be diluted with this investor coming in at 40%. And I wasn't willing to give up 40% of my company because that means he might actually have majority in the long run.
Good luck, Kevin.
You'll be laughing at Joseph and I 3 years from now.
I'll be laughing at all of you. Thank you very much.
Take care.
Job hunting is tough. You put yourself on a piece of paper and hope it will find you the perfect job. With so many options out there, it can be time-consuming. What you really need is a simpler way to find the job you're looking for. CaribbeanJobs.com has over 1,700 companies posting over 10,000 jobs, and it's easily accessed through either your computer, tablet, or smartphone. Find your fit at CaribbeanJobs.com and get the job you've been looking for.
Being part of the Planting Seeds initiative was a wonderful experience for Caribbean Jobs. We were the first online recruitment site in the Caribbean. Planting Seeds is the first initiative of its kind in the Caribbean. So we thought, you know, we have known to be trendsetters, and so we thought it was something really, something that we needed to jump on board with. We are looking forward to being part of the Planting Seeds to the long haul. we definitely have had no regrets with the decision to move along with planting seeds, and we see that it could be something that can really grow, and not just in Trinidad but regionally. Considering the current economic climate, I do think that Caribbean Jobs wanted to work well with planting seeds on this because it is what our country needs. We do have a lot of brilliant minds, and something like this will definitely help in bringing these things and bringing their ideas and to fruition. And I believe in doing so we will open up more job opportunities because there will be more businesses, and development as a whole is something that will be inevitable.
Hello. My name is Charlene Prokop. I'm a chef / bikini athlete by profession. What I have for you today is some healthy oatmeal banana muffins.
One of my favorite episodes was that episode where the fitness chef appeared, and while she wasn't able to gain investment from a member of the panel, she was able to get assistance. And why I liked it was that you saw the eagerness to assist. And even though he wasn't able to give her that support, financial support, so she wasn't able to gain that financial support, she got support otherwise. And I guess it showed where there was a genuine interest to work with these persons. And I think in that moment I felt like, yes, this is definitely something that we wanted to be part of, and we had no regrets at all, because it's what we want to see. And for me, although I think I enjoyed every episode, I think that one stood out for me.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Good luck.
Good luck.
JDS Law's role on the show was not only to educate the public and provide feedback, but also to give our entrepreneurs a legal understanding of what it takes to run a business.
Well, JDS Company has been around since 1882, and over the years we have dealt with a number of entrepreneurs, and we have a long track record of working with entrepreneurs to make them successful. So when this project first came on board and Stephanie came and spoke to us, we immediately saw the opportunity to not only help our existing clients, but to pass that knowledge that we've acquired over the years to the wider country. And it's a really good project, and we're very happy at how it's turned out. I think many times entrepreneurs have an idea, and sometimes the emotion of it, they seem to think it's the best idea in the world. And it's always good to have some critical feedback from a professional, from Ernst & Young, from a JDS Law, just so you could get some perspective on how good your idea really is and how could it improve. Planting Seeds did that on air, but on a daily basis at JDS Law Company, entrepreneurs come to us and they pitch ideas, and we have to kind of give them a heads up as to what would be possible problems in getting that idea implemented. So this is necessary. It's a way that entrepreneurs learn, and it's something that I think that was very well done on the program, so that the public gets a chance to see how that process really works. Strategic partner at Planting Seeds has been very interesting. I think a lot of people don't realize that Planting Seeds is a show about entrepreneurship, but really and truly, the Planting Seeds concept is a story of entrepreneurship. This is a program that has not been done in Trinidad ever before, and television as a business in Trinidad is still very, very new. So in a lot of ways, you're really breaking ground doing the Planting Seeds show, and doing the Bad Granny and doing all the other productions. And a lot of people are going to be using the precedent that you have set in the future. So while the show is about entrepreneurship, really and truly the Planting Seeds team, they're going through the same process that the entrepreneurs are going through, just in the production of the show. And I think this is one of the things that really excited us in working with the Planting Seeds team and being a strategic partner, because with a new venture, you're going to need people to give you advice, good advice as to how to proceed so that you don't get sued, God forbid, but that you make sure that you maximize the opportunities that are there. So we're happy to help, and it was an exciting prospect, and we look forward to season 2.
but I want you to listen to what I'm saying.
A complex marketing textbook.
Yes, it's innovation and technology and it's a lot of
No, it's like if you asked him,
language.
if you asked him what a grocery store was, he'd say, no man, it's a place where there are things and right. What I want to know is what is it that you do and how do you earn money?
My favorite part of being involved was the apps that were presented. Being someone whose entire background has been in technology, it was very exciting for me to be a part of that. What was wonderful was the ideas that came out of it. You know, we have these entrepreneurs with these phenomenal ideas and how they're taking it to market. And I love the fact that many of them thought about the ideas beyond Trinidad and Tobago and some beyond the region, thinking about international app development.
Not just simple time.
So,
no, but bear with me.
Joseph, if you're going to get a haircut, right?
Yeah.
And you schedule the haircut within the app. I'm just, let me see if I'm understanding it. You schedule the haircut in the app. And then you say, okay, Tuesday at 4, and then you get a reminder before the haircut so that you don't have to call the barber.
Yeah, my Outlook calendar does that for me now.
No. But you have to, let's say, you have to call the barber to make the appointment, to check what time he's available. You can actually schedule it through the app to see he's available at 4.
Availability.
Right, and then you book it without having to call him, and then you get a reminder saying,
oh God, are we there yet though?
Yes, we are there.
Yeah, but no,
We're
wait,
so
hold on.
there.
One of my favorite moments was with Kalyan and the Sked app. I thought that was just absolutely transformational, something that would transcend the region, the country, and be something that is really, truly internationally marketable. I wanted to be a part of it. Sheldon got the better of me. But you know, it's that kind of thinking where she understood her business so clearly. She saw first generation, second generation of the app and how it would grow through time. And I think that's what we want to see. We want to see people who have thought through their idea, not just, you know, come in with an idea that seems great at the surface, but really have gone through this sort of development thought to figure out, okay, what is the next phase of this idea and what is the next phase after that?
So why 525 for 15%? That's ridiculous.
How so?
Well, that's a
$3.5
$3.5 million valuation. Yeah.
Right.
So, given that it's not proven and you don't have any sales yet,
Right.
3.5 million valuation is high.
You think it's high? Okay.
Significantly high.
All right. So in terms of us not having sales, I get that.
One of my favorite moments at various points in filming this show was when I had an opportunity to be absolutely real, because you know you hear something that's so incredible that you know the whole facade drops and you're like, what? And I remember having that experience with Wonderscape. Now, Wonderscape is a phenomenal app. It's a tourism app, and you get to share authentic experiences with people that you are, you know, so you visit a place and then someone else gets to go discover what you've discovered after you've left. And they had clearly done a lot of work, and the app itself was beautiful, really one of the nicest looking apps that I had seen. But they came on and they said to me, oh, well, you know, there are 100 million people who are traveling every year, and you know, if I just have to the Caribbean region, and if I just get 1% of that population, and that, I must tell you, is my absolute pet peeve.
The segment itself of tourism activities is actually valued at $100 billion US, and that's just a fraction of the travel business.
Is it Caribbean or worldwide?
That's worldwide. So we still haven't spoken to the emerging market of the Caribbean, where there's no innovation whatsoever in this space. We have an average now of about 30 million visitors to the Caribbean alone. Tapping into just 0.1% of that will ensure our profitability and success.
1% based on what? If you're telling me that you can get 1% because you've done a sample size and you've talked to 5,000 people, and of the 5,000 people you can get 1% of that, and you know, and so you'll check on extending your numbers to be able to verify or validate. But so many entrepreneurs, they just pick a number genuinely out of a hat, and it's silly and it's crazy. And I think if anything that I want people who watch the show to learn and pick up is that you can't just sort of guesstimate. There are times when you're going to have to make educated assumptions, but those educated assumptions need to be based in some level of fact. But to just pull a number, because it's small and you think, well, 1% of it, well, surely I can get 1% of it. The fact is that has no basis in reality and does not stand up to scrutiny at all. So, but I'm really interested to see where the Wonderscape project ends up, because there are a lot of really great things about it.
I think, you know, together we can do a lot for the farmers, the consumers, and the country as a whole. So I accept.
Thank you very much. Let's
All
meet.
right.
Thank you.
Yes, same here.
Always excited to help agriculture.
Great. I think we can do a lot for the country, the people, and country.
Let's hope so.
Yes,
Good luck.
thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Congratulations.
Okay.
Good luck.
Planting Seeds is a very important show for a little island like Trinidad. Trinidad and Tobago, I've always said as an entrepreneur, because of the banking system that we have here, it's extremely difficult for a young entrepreneur who has a great product or a great idea or a great app to find finance. Always, always difficult. So a show like Planting Seeds will always succeed.
Joe is a guy here, big farmer.
So I think I have a lot to offer you. I'd love to sit down. Again, the 10% valuation is a little bit too steep, and I'd like to further discuss it if you don't. Where are we with solar? Well, we're still in discussions with solar. We've reached a point now where we have verified that the crops that I asked about, if you'll remember, it was pawpaw, mango, pineapple we did. It was different other fruits that we were asking from local sources where they could be dried. And we have verified that that can be done. We've done taste tests, as you would see in a previous show at Planting Seeds. Michael came to meet with me and give me some samples of the fruits that we had wanted to try, local fruits. So I am fairly pleased with the quality of the food. That is like a tomato. That is bursting with flavor. Wow. Michael, I'm ready to invest in you. I'm ready to invest in this product. What was my experience on the show? You know, I came there expecting to see some entrepreneurs who I did not think, quite honestly, would be up to par. Having seen similar shows in other countries, the caliber of entrepreneurs I thought would be a little bit lower, but I was very impressed. The caliber of entrepreneurs that we got on Planting Seeds was absolutely fabulous. I was completely bowled over, many times astonished, and left with my mouth open with the type of ideas and questions and answers that I saw happening on the show. It was mind-blowing. You know, Roshan, I think you have a brilliant idea. Maybe somebody had something similar to it, but for a Trinidadian to come up with, I'm always proud. And this show is showing me more and more that there is so much intellectual capability in this country that we're not tapping into, that I'm excited to be a part of it, to see that we can create something like this. I thought it was a fantastic experience. I would do it again. I love helping entrepreneurs, and I thought this was the perfect opportunity for not only young entrepreneurs in Trinidad to find a potential partner or investor, but I also thought it was important for me to try and give back to some of the young entrepreneurs. I was once there. I was once a 19-year-old, 21-year-old boy with a lot of ideas, thinking I knew what to do and what I had to do. So I knew exactly what needed to be done. Fantastic experience, fantastic experience. Now this show is called Planting Seeds. And I'm the only farmer in here. And I know what you're talking, right? He does chickens. That's not farming. That's animal husbandry.
Hello, my name is Roshan Panchu. My company name is Ron Block International Company Limited. I created a new interlocking block here. I came about this idea because of poverty, right? I was living basically on a shack, right? I got a job, seismic research, and during that time, finance was really tough, right? One day I find myself in the forest after while the drill crew was working, drilling and stuff, and I catch myself talking to God. I was literally praying and asking God to help me find a way out of this financial state that I am in. 3 children, my wife, house leaking, literally shaking. I was telling God, someday this house will fall on me and my children. I say, you know something, I can't even afford to buy blocks because it's so expensive. I said, this Friday when I get paid, I'm going to buy 1 sack of cement. I'm going to buy 1 yard of material, and every evening I go home, I'll make 10 concrete blocks with a wooden mold. Working with the Planting Seeds team was great. They gave me all the support I required to get my proposal in order. They have opened doors for avenues I didn't have previously. Since the show, sales of Ron Block have spiked tremendously. The public have accepted Ron Block, they're supporting it. I had to actually employ more staffs. Regionally, I have interest coming in from Panama, Barbados, Grenada, and even St. Lucia. I know with this support I'm presently getting, that Ron Block will definitely go far. I am the only person in the world with this technology. This can change the face of construction worldwide. And all I need is the right investor to take this where it needs to be, and that is worldwide.
Well, Ron, thank you so much for having us here today. And I have to say that, you know, I speak not just for myself, but I think everybody who was on Planting Seeds set, and now I know everybody who's home watching this on their TV sets, that we are all very inspired by your story and very proud of how far you've come.
Thank you very much, and thank you, Planting Seeds.
There's so many different experiences, and I can't even, probably, it's really hard to pull out one favorite thing I like about Planting Seeds because there's so much to say, but I would say that working with entrepreneurs and actually seeing their progress move along is probably the most rewarding and probably the best experience for me, because I actually see the things that I have been through as well as an entrepreneur, and I see them manifesting in them, and it's really rewarding because I was very lucky to have people to support and back me and say, Stephanie, this is what you should do, that's what you should do. And a lot of people don't have that support and backing, so it was great to be able to give back and say, this is how you should do this, make sure and budget properly, make sure and pay yourself. Certain things that entrepreneurs forget to do all of the time. So I think that was probably one of my most rewarding parts of this whole thing, is being able to help entrepreneurs. And one of the biggest problems I think that entrepreneurs in Trinidad and Tobago face, and I would call this the #1 problem, is confidence. I think as a people, and especially that Trinidad and Tobago is known as a third world country, a lot of people don't believe that they can do it. A lot of the success of a lot of American entrepreneurs is that they have a very go-getter attitude where they feel like they can do anything. And I feel as though Trinidad has so much talent, so many untapped human resources, and if people actually think, hey, I can do this, I can be the next CEO of a major conglomerate, I can be the next big entrepreneur, I can build the next biggest app, I can invent a product. And once they have that confidence and they see other people doing it and they have a good support system and a good network and a good portal for entrepreneurship, I think that the country can go a very, very, very long way.
Do you own a business with 3 to 55 employees? Then Beacon's Be Better plan is perfect for you. Our comprehensive group plan provides major medical and group life benefits at competitive prices, designed to make your small business be better. Call us at 623-2266 for a quote today.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Pemberton, founder of Planting Seeds Caribbean, and today I'm here to sign up for Beacon's small business health plan called the Be Better Plan for the Planting Seeds team. Okay, so it looks like I have everything filled out now.
Great, thank you so much for coming in.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. We are proud to endorse Beacon's Be Better plan, not just because it's a quality product and they offer it at competitive prices, but also because they share the same core values as we do. And that is that employees are the lifeblood of any organization. And in order to be progressive and keep up with the times, business owners need to ensure that their employees are well taken care of.
Mobile decided to use our technology incorporated to help planting seeds in a different way. We know that entrepreneurs sometimes struggle to get the funding that they need. They seek funding from banks, from institutions, from government agencies. Sometimes if they're lucky enough to get friends and family to support them, but generally it's a difficult task. So we decided to use our SMS platform to allow the entrepreneurs to gain funds through something called crowdfunding. This allows them to reach out to family and friends and institutions offering donations towards their cause, towards their business. And we did this for them, of course, free of charge, so that they can develop and raise the funds that they need. Crowdfunding is pretty popular, and we've used it for restoration of the Catholic Cathedral and also to raise funds for Haiti after the devastation of Hurricane Matthew. So we extended it to the entrepreneurs using our technology and platform to assist them with this need. Best forms of marketing is education. So we believe to help the entrepreneurs directly that we become more of a business tech coach to them. We conducted one of the first Planting Seeds workshops, which allowed the entrepreneurs to come and learn about our suite of products and services and all the solutions we have for their businesses. They were able to get hands-on experience and learn about how it would suit their individual needs and their requirements. TSTT is about providing innovation and leading-edge communication services. As a result, the brand stands for innovation, value, and we continue to invest in our people and our nation. We are about partnerships and about enriching lives of our citizens, businesses, and visitors. And that is why we've invested in the Planting Seeds production as a partnership towards the investment of Trinidad and Tobago.
This year we ended our very first season of Planting Seeds with a big bang at our Masters of Industry event at Queen's Hall.
Master entrepreneur and investor on ABC's hit TV series Shark Tank will be joining us as our keynote speaker at the Masters of Industry event at Queen's Hall. So what is this amazing presentation about? It's all about fostering creativity in an institution by teaching us how to think with an entrepreneurial mind. Whether you're an investor, an entrepreneur, or an employee, this event will be great for you. So make sure to register today. Planting Seeds is raising the bar on how we do business in Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean. Not only do we have the top investors, entrepreneurs, and corporations attending, but in collaboration with BPTT, we'll be announcing our Planting Seeds Junior Master of Industry and Planting Seeds UE Master of Industry. That's right, BPTT is bringing an entrepreneurial mindset to our youth of Trinidad and Tobago.
We had Damon John as our keynote speaker, who drew a large corporate crowd from managers to senior executives. We kicked off the event with a social mixer, and I had the pleasure of interviewing some of the guests while we were there.
I'm here today with Giselle Thompson from BP. Giselle, tell us a little bit about BP's involvement with the event and why entrepreneurship struck such a chord with you guys.
Sure. I mean, we're really happy to be partnering with the Planting Seeds team to make this event possible and bring this to Trinidad and Tobago. enterprise development has always been one of the core pillars of our corporate responsibility program, and we've been at it for years. So this was a very natural extension of what we've been already doing. But we really like that this particularly targets the younger generation and is instilling sort of the spirit of entrepreneurship to the youth of our country.
And I think it's also a direct way for us to take tackling this recession into our own hands as well.
Precisely that. So, for a long time we've all been speaking about diversification and the importance of that. And BP as a large player in the energy sector, we also see it as a role we play in making sure that we're helping the broader economic development, not just playing the role that we do in the energy sector, but beyond energy, how can we support kind of spurring on new industries and and generating new ideas and supporting those that really need help.
Look, I think it's a really progressive thing that Planting Seeds is doing here in Trinidad to bring internationally known entrepreneurs down here and to especially bring young people together to hear from somebody who's so accomplished. And I don't think it's anything that I've seen down here before, so I think it's a really great idea and it should be a great learning experience for everybody.
I'm here with one of our investors from the show, Joe Perez, one of our favorites. Tell us a little bit, how are you feeling tonight? Are you excited to see everything culminating right now?
It is. This is the final night. Everything is just coming to an end now. Really good to see all the successful entrepreneurs here, some of our investors. I'm really, really excited. Looking forward to hear what he has to say, the man himself. A lot of us look up to him as a successful entrepreneur who's made it in the United States. Very hard to do. So even I look forward to learning something new today.
Last night held extra significance for us because it marked the launch of our Junior Masters of Industry program in collaboration with BPTT, which will be taking place over the next 6 months. We were fortunate enough to have students attend from all over the nation, 300 of them, who really enjoyed Damon John's speech. We look forward to visiting all of these schools in the very near future to educate and inspire our nation's youth.
My favorite part of the speech was definitely his life stories and him speaking from his personal experiences and telling us just about how, just keeping it real on how to go forward and how to be a young entrepreneur.
Well, I personally, myself, I want to be an entrepreneur. So I took down a lot of notes and later hope to be able to apply it in my everyday business.
I enjoy the 5 sharp points and I will keep it and remember it for the rest of my life.
I loved his passion and his drive. Even when he was asked what's the most important part about being an entrepreneur, he said it was the drive and the passion. And I really saw that in him throughout his whole life story, throughout the points he gave, and even where he is today. So that's really inspiring.
So you just completed the amazing Massive Industry event here with Planting Seeds. So yes. Damon, back home on Trini soil. What was the experience like?
It was truly amazing because, first of all, to come back home and to, know how much culture I have here, because a lot of people in the States don't know that, for the first maybe 8 or 10 years of my life, I spent every summer here in Trinidad, and then I shared with everybody up there. I was in Diego Martin most of the time, but the crowd, the energy was amazing. I was concerned because I was saying to myself, well, you have the younger generation up there, you have a more mature generation. I'm going to be playing music that is hip hop. Some will know, some will not. How will they understand it? But the crowd was amazing, so it was really, really fun.
The messages of entrepreneurship are ones that we can all learn from. Yeah. But you had 300 young people in the audience. Yeah. Why do you think it's important for us to continue to invest in building the spirit of entrepreneurs in Trinidad and Tobago?
You know why? Because I think that Trinidadians and my father and my grandparents, it's not that entrepreneurship has not been happening. They've been bartering and trading from the beginning of time. It's just, has anybody really understood to just put a title on it and structure it the right way to grow it to be international business? And I think that it was my journey from Trinidad to New York back to Trinidad to mix so many cultures, and that the discipline and that I had from my father with the way of this new music, it helped me, and now I went on to employ thousands of people. Our new generation, with the way that the world is getting smaller because of smartphones and things like that, these kids now can open $1 million businesses on their phone. And I think they need to know that they can touch the entire world, because a lot of places don't have culture like Trinidad. Trinidad has such a strong culture, and I think that the kids out there, I've met two types of millennials, the ones who expect everything for nothing and the other ones who are creating change with the cell phone. And I think those kids were those ones that I saw today, creating the change.
Creating change with cell phones. You had an incredible moment with the young people where you took your crowd selfie with about 300 kids from the schools. So where can we expect to see that, and how can we follow you on social media to learn more about your experiences as you move forward?
Oh, absolutely. So you can see that on my social media, all my platforms. I'm the Shark Damon, like Raymond, but with a D. And that's Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter, and everything else.
So before we go, we could talk about the fact that BPTT is partnering with Planting Seeds to introduce Master of Industry program to young people. You told us about your shark points tonight. Can you just run through them again to make sure our young people at home can remember how to be a shark like you when they get older?
Yeah, so obviously I put them in very short words to spell out the word shark, but it's number one, you have to set a goal. You have to be able to envision a target that you're going to hit. So what are you going to be? Whether you're going to be a doctor, or you're going to work at BBTT, or you're going to create your own new clothing company, or be a physical trainer, you have to be able to envision yourself there. Too often we have envisioned ourselves as a loser. People have said you're going to be dead or in jail by 21, or you can never make it because you're a female or you're African American. You have to envision yourself, and you start to become that person you envision. Number two is homework, I call it, but it's really analytics because of today. There's so much data out there now about how many people consume things, or how to get things, or how to make money without any money, right? There's so much data out there, and it sounds simple, but it really is. You go and you go to a garage sales every single Friday and buy a whole bunch, Saturday, and buy a whole bunch of stuffed animals that cost maybe 50 cents. Trust me, you can sell them for $5 and $10 online. Simple steps you can take. So do your homework, your analytics on how to start new businesses. A is a more. You have to love what you do. You have to be passionate. Every single business I started that I did it just for money, I closed the business down. I failed because I didn't love what I was doing. R is, remember, you're the brand. I'm telling everybody, you have to put yourself in 2 to 5 words. Apple think different, Nike just do it, Google Force bias. If you are crazy, sexy, cool, or you're a thinker that loves animals, doesn't matter. You have to be able to describe yourself. And K, the last one was, you just got to keep swimming. You got to keep going. I failed so many times, but it never stopped me because I kept swimming.
Well, the sharks in Trinidad and Tobago, I know you're going to keep swimming, but I have to ask, bacon shark or shark and bacon?
Bacon shark.
All right. So there you have it. The real Damon John right here in Trinidad and Tobago. Make sure to follow him online, and thank you so much, Planting Seeds, for bringing this event to life.
Thank you, Planting Seeds.
The event was well received, and to top it off, Damon John awarded Planting Seeds with his custom Global Ambassador for Entrepreneurship coin from the U.S. Chamber of Commerce at the U.S. government. What a fitting end to a groundbreaking season. The success of Planting Seeds Season 1 has given our team the momentum they needed to dive headfirst into Season 2, where we will be tapping into some of the minds of the world's top entrepreneurs. So keep an eye out for us in 2017, where we will be taking entrepreneurship to the next level and be coming back better than ever. And of course, a big thanks to you, the viewer, for supporting and joining us along the way.